Okay, so we're doing a little bit of a tutorial, I guess you could call it, for shoutouts and auto shoutouts using Firebot. I'm making this one for a friend because he's kind of struggling with knowing what to do, I guess. I don't know. But this is going to be one of the easiest ways we can do it. So, one of the first things you want to do is go to preset effects list. Click on that new preset effect list. Then you give it a little bit of a clicky click. Name it shoutout because it's just easier, I suppose. Arguments, you want user, so you just hit the plus button, look for user, hit that. Now you want to look at where it says preset, p- $ preset list arg bracket user bracket. Right, that's an important thing, as you can see it's there as well. So now you want to hit add new effect, and when you add the new effect, you're going to look at you'll see something like this, right? You just go down here, go to shoutout text, type in this text, which I'm hoping you can see quite well, but it's $preset list with a capital L, then ARG with a capital A, the square bracket user square bracket. Right? Once you've done that, type in whatever you want to afterwards. Like for me, I've got is an awesome streamer. Fireflies will give them a follow. I mean, you can type in whatever the hell you want to after that. It's up to you. And it'll come up like this be here. It'll show up on your screen, like on your stream itself. Obviously, it's not going to show this bit here because that'll just be their username. Change your background colors, experiment a little bit with this, wherever you want text color, background two. So background one is this top half and it fades into background two. So just change those scale, keep it at one. Check mark show last game slash category. Then where it says username, this is where you need to put in again the $ preset list with a capital L, then ARG, as in for argument, oh, with a capital A, then square bracket, user square bracket. Duration, anywhere between, I'd say 5 to 8 seconds is perfect. That way it doesn't like stay on screen forever. Um, Overlay display location, that's up to you where you place it on your screen. So imagine this is your full screen itself. If you place it here, it'll show up in the top two panels there, it'll show in those two there, it'll still show in those two. Middle, well, means middle. You get the gist. Or you can just have it in a random preset location and it'll just post it whatever the hell it wants to post it or show it, like, display it. Um, then overlay instance, put it whatever your overlay name is coming out into your stream, and then click save. Once you've done that, click add new effect again. And once you're in new effect, search chat. Right? Chat as you can either do it as your own name or the bot, because you sign into this obviously with two accounts. That's your username and the bot. So I do it with the bot. Um, and then again, type in whatever you want to by here, but you're gonna need to do, like, for instance, like our fireflies follow $ preset list with a capital L, arg argument with a capital A, square bracket, user square bracket, over that, then just https / twitch.tv / then you got to use that same preset command again or code again. And then you want to be typing in whatever you want to after, like they were last seen playing, then do a dash $game, then square bracket $ user square bracket. Right. Once you've done that, you don't need any of these to be check marked. So if they're automatically check marked, just uncheck them. It's fine. Then just click save and then click save again. Now that's your preset effect list done. So from there, then we'll go to commands, go to add a new command, new custom command. And then what you're going to be looking for is your trigger, which is probably going to be exclamation mark SO or shout out or whatever you want it to be. Right? Don't worry about a description. Don't worry about aliases, cooldown. Don't worry about any of this until you get down to permissions. Make sure your permissions is set to roles, moderator, streamer. Right? Those are the most important ones. So your roles are moderator and your streamer. From there, check mark send chat message when restrictions are not met. Make sure that's check marked. Send as reply, leave unchecked. Use custom restrictions unchecked. Then for settings, only have enabled check marked. Ignore. Don't worry about any of those. Share chat, use inherit, because if you're multi-streaming, that'll trigger in all the other streams if Firebot is in there, right? So down to effects then. You want to add a new effect, and you're going to be looking for run effects list. So it's going to open a box up, as you probably know. Search run effect list, and then, hit enter, whatever, so you bring up this box. And then it'll have run effect list, keep that as a current effect, and then list type, you'll have a drop down menu. Change that to preset effect list, and then it'll ask you for which one you want. So if you click it, if you've got named ones already, you want to pick the one that you just made, which is the shoutout one, right? Perfect. And then when it says pass data to the present select list, type in for the user $target. That's all you want there. Then just hit save. Perfect. If you want a sound to accompany it, like, anything at all, like, well, I don't know, whatever, some sort of sound alert, that's going to be the same sort of thing. You just hit add new effect, search play sound, and then just add your sound for it, turn up the volume, send it to the right overlay and all that kind of stuff, the usual way of adding a sound to it. Then just save your changes. Perfect. Nice and easy and nice. So then we move on now to the auto shoutouts, right? Now these are the ones that most people want because there's so many people that'll come into your chat. You want to give them a shout out. Sometimes you haven't got a moderator around and you can't always just tab out, do an SO, and then tab back into your game. It can be a bit tedious or a bit awkward, right? So go to roles and ranks, and you can have custom roles. Add a custom role. And then what's going to come up here is you'll name it. So I'll show you what it looks like now. You just do that, look, and it'll say enter your name, and then it's just got a viewers plus button. No users was role, right? But all you got to do is type in auto shoutout, and then you're going to put a list of the viewers that you want to have an auto shoutout. So you'd click the button, you put in their Twitch name, doesn't matter what it is. I've already got a billion people on mine, so say I just wanted Ninja. I don't fucking know. Look, there's a bunch of people that look, there's Ninja. I mean, if you did like Pandora, there's Pandora. You'd click on their name, you'd click add. I've already got Pandora's name in here, so I don't need to redo it. Now, that's how you do it, and then you'll just keep doing that for every single person you want to have that role, right? It's pretty much that simple. Then you click save. Oh, right. So you got a list now of people in your custom roles. Absolutely perfect. That's where you want it, right? So now, once you have done that, you have to go to events, right? And once you're in events, you're going to make a new event, which will bring up this. You're going to go down, type in the word. Okay, no, that didn't work, did it? Let's do shout out. So you look for shout out received. Twitch, when you are a moderator, sends a Twitch shout out to another channel. I can't remember which one to check. So let's just go into mine, edit. So trigger on. You're looking for viewer arrived on Twitch. All right. So instead of looking for shout out, you type in viewer, and it's viewer arrived when a viewer initially chats in any given stream. That's very important. So you don't want them when they just turn up in chat. You want them to actually say something, then they get the shout out. So you type in viewer, and it's usually like the third one down. And again, it's Twitch when a viewer initially chats in any given stream. Uh, it'll come up then saying viewer arrived Twitch. Name it, auto shout out, or whichever one you want to, right? And then with the filters, all filters pass is to be selected from a drop down menu, also a drop down menu. Fuck, I can't English, Jesus. So all filters pass, and then you hit the plus button, and as you can see, then you got viewer roles include auto shout out. Right, so you just click on that roles, keep that as include, and it'll be shout out will be listed. I can't do it because I've already got selected, but it'll come up saying shout out. Right, settings is enabled, perfect, and then add new effect. And once you get into this one, list type, preset effect list. Find your shout out. That's going to be the original shout out one that you initially made, right? I know it sounds rather convoluted or what have you, but it makes sense. And then again, exclamation, sorry, an exclamation mark, $ user, and you just hit save. So basically, when they come out, what this is doing, it's to this shout out is automatically picking up people from your viewers' roles. And the way it's doing the shout out is exactly the same way as you do it if you were typing it for someone that's not on your list, like that thing where the card pops up and shows what they were last playing and all that. So it's bringing the two of them into one like unit, if that makes sense, into one shout out unit, you know? I hope that makes sense. And you hit save, and that is literally it. That's all you have to do. So I hope that helped you. If it has, great. If not, let me know and I'll see if I can help you further.